13 feet 2 inches was the closest on that first set of 5. Not the worst start, but let's get one inside of 10 feet with this set. Alright, should be better distance on that one. A little bit too much fade though right now. Just got to straighten it out a little bit. 18 feet 6 inches. Alright, 14 feet 2 inches, still just coming up a little short right now, but still early into the session, and I didn't get to warm up before this one, so body still needs to loosen up a little bit. That one should be a little bit better. $11 feet 4 inches. Still not quite inside of 10 feet, but getting there. And at least long with the pin that time. Good to see a different miss. Right idea again, just no fade. Let's see if that one snuck inside of 10 feet. Not quite, 13 feet 4 inches. Oh no. First water ball of the day, comes on shot number 10. Little early, but so far some pretty good strikes, so not too worried about that. Paulo, how's it going? Thanks for joining the chat here. Alright, let's see if we can get some good attempts going now. Swing feels much better than it has the last couple days, but need to still be able to hit it close to the pin. Alright, pretty solid on the distance there, just pulled left. The problem so far in the past has been that this hole sets up nice for a fade, and I'm not a big fade player. I usually play a draw. So I've been either leaving the face a little too open and I end up with that push fade, or I've just been starting it on the correct line and then it stays straight on me. So, got to get it a little bit left of the pin and then have it fade back. That was a better idea. It was trying to fade, but probably not enough. But then you can see it kind of releases down to the right when you hit that fade, which is better than the draw. So 6 feet 7 inches on that one. Finally within 10 feet on shot number 12. Let's keep that momentum going and now move inside the 5-foot range. one's on the best line, but I don't know if it has the distance. Yeah, a little bit short. Didn't quite catch all of that one. Do we know how many swings he's taken throughout all days? I'm not sure. I actually got to go back and add it up. I know originally when I started the challenge, when I did the 56 degree, 52 degree, and 48 degree, I was taking 50 swings a day. And so I think my quickest was the 48 degree, which took me probably I think it ended up being 80 shots total. But since switching to streaming, I've kind of been just going however many my body feels good doing. So it's probably much higher now. There's the open face fade on that one. But yeah, so quick update on the challenge. Still on the 9-iron. Day 11. I went back and counted now. But the goal is to, by the end of 2026, make a hole-in-one with every club in my bag. I've got 4 clubs down, all of my wedges. So 56 degree, 52 degree, 48 degree, and pitching wedge. I know that's kind of weird to have 4 wedges, but my pitching wedge is a little bit de-lofted. But yeah, and the longest one was the pitching wedge, which took me 17 days. Otherwise, 56 degree was 9, 52 degree was 4 days, and then 48 degree is my fastest at 2 days. But we are battling with the 9-iron right now. Hopefully, I have a new attack at this pin. I'm trying to take a little bit of backspin off to get it to roll up, which has been working better. And hopefully we can get the 9-iron done today. Oh gosh, but when I swing it like that, that is not going to help. Well, that was an ugly one. All right, here we go. All right, 6 feet 7 inches from that round, though. All right. Let's get some better attempts. Usually that push fade comes from just being a little bit thin. So let's make sure to stay down on these. Turn that one over for a draw, unfortunately. Yeah, same thing on that one, just a hair thin. So that's the one that's going to come up short right. All right, swing still feels good though. Just got to get warmed up into it a little bit more. All right, couple bad shots in a row. Let's get back into a rhythm here. That one's bounce tried to help me, but not even the bounce could get that one close. That was a bad swing. All right, here we go. Find the rhythm again. Get back inside of 10 feet. All right. Well, the good news is I'm about 1 to 2 degrees out to in on each of these swings, which is where I want to be. Unfortunately, my face to path has been the problem. It's either wide open or a little bit closed, which is causing those push fades and then the straight pulls. Wow. All right, so that one was 6 degrees open. That was the worst swing yet. Here we go. Turn it around here. That one was a very sloppy set of 5. All right. Speed up the backswing a bit. Yeah, yesterday I took the day off the challenge to work on my hands were rolling a little bit too far inside of my backswing. So I have been a little bit slow on that backswing, just trying to make sure my hands are in the right spot. But I will try to pick it up a bit as I get more comfortable with the feel. All right, still very thin. A little bit better, but not much. It's definitely easy to get into the rhythms with this challenge, though. Like once you have one or two good shots in a row, all of a sudden it feels easy, and then if you see a couple bad shots in a row, it can be a mess. All right, well, there's an improvement. Still not great, but it is an improvement. 10 feet on the dot. That at least felt like something that I can work with, where these last couple swings have not been giving me much. Alright, that one's on a good line. Let's see if the distance is right. Oh, a little bit short. Right idea, though. Crossed over the front of the flag, 2 feet 8 inches. Finally got one within 5 feet today, and I believe shot 23, so that's good. Now I got to take advantage of the little rhythm I got going on. Alright, there's another good one. It might need to fade a little bit. Oh, got the distance on that one, but did not quite get the fade. 4 feet 7 inches. Oh, I got one more shot. Thought that was the last one. Alright, here we go. And then I'll try to read all the chats, because I see a lot coming through right now, which is awesome. I got it up on my computer to the side here, so I'll try to read everything. It's trying to fade, but it's not going to fade enough, I don't think. Yeah, a little bit short as well. 9 feet 8 inches, though. So, 4 of those 5 were within 10 feet. Huge progress from a lot of water balls on the round before. Okay, so let's see. Great swing, keep it up, thank you. Thin to win. Make sure you're gripping the club with your fingers. All right, I'll look at that. And are those lamb concorder grips? Yes, they are. All right, here we go. Let's keep this going. Really good ending set of 4 on that last one. Oh, another good one that just did not want to fade back. Right distance again, though. Just a hair closed on that face to path. 12 feet 7 inches. All right, another one right at it. Just need the distance to be good. Okay, well, a little bit offline, but that one rolled by the pin at a pace that probably would have made it. 2 feet 2 inches. Very close on that one. So yeah, again, for all the new joiners, this is day 11 with the 9-iron. And then I think day 45 of the challenge total. And I finally got a new strategy that's been working. I'm trying to go a little bit lower, a little bit less spin, and roll one past the pin, rather than on these past 8 or 9 days. I've been practically trying to drop it right in, which has not been working. So feeling optimistic about today, and that I can get a lucky one that drops. A little bit too far right on the starting line. Again, though, that one would have rolled by with about the correct speed. 7 feet 2 inches. Just got to get lucky with the perfect line on one of these, but distance is looking good. All right, pretty similar to the last one. A little bit too open with the club face, which ended up being too far right. 15 feet. I got the right starting line on that one, but it didn't fade back. All right, another good set of 5 though, with the best being, I believe, 2 feet 2 inches. Yeah, 2 feet 2 inches. 4 of the 5 inside of 15 feet. So definitely in the right area right now. All right, well, let's keep it going. Here we go. Back at it. 2 feet 2 inches is, I believe, the new best on the day. Needs to fade a little bit. Right idea though. Perfect distance, just too far left. 3 feet 10 inches. Very thin there. That one's not going to be the one. Still got to pin high, which isn't bad, but 10 feet 5 inches. That one looks pretty good. Right idea again, a little bit too left. 5 feet 1 inch, just need a hair more fade on some of these shots. Definitely in the right area today, though. I think that one overfaded. Might be on the right side of it now. Yeah, again, perfect distance though. As long as I can keep the distance at this level, 2 feet 6 inches again, so we should be able to get it. But gotta keep up the distance control that I have right now. Okay. One chunk, one bad shot. Can't let it mess with the rhythm though. Gotta just ignore that one. Keep the rhythm going. I think that's about like 9 of the last 10 in a row were good. So gotta just forget about that one. Let's see. Nice swing, thank you. Getting those rocks. Do you keep a handicap? I do. I'm currently a like 0.5 index. My last round was in end of October though, because I'm from Wisconsin, and unfortunately season cuts off pretty early with winter, but should be out on the actual course again soon, and hoping to get the handicap to about like a +1 or +2 by the end of this season. I'm a 4 handicap. Definitely doesn't equate to real golf. Yeah, I would agree with that. It's unfortunately the best I can do right now, though, because courses aren't quite open by me yet. You're scooping the ball, need backspin. Yeah, I'm trying to lower the backspin a little bit to let these release. That's where I've had the closest ones. I have a killer short game. I think it definitely, I would say my short game is pretty good, and then not many penalties off the tee also helps. But then yeah, and then for the person who said swing thought right now, I was falling a little bit inside of the plane on my backswing, so now I'm just kind of focusing on keeping that club outside of my hands because I'm obviously trying to hit the fade, and that would be currently my only swing thought, as well as trying to clear my hips a bit. I tend to get stuck back here, and I'm just trying to get that trail elbow in front of my rib cage so I can release it a little bit better than I have in the past. All right, here we go. Let's get back to it, though. Really good attempts these last couple rounds. Okay, right starting line on that one, but not enough fade. Another one probably right around that 5 foot range, though. 6 feet 5 inches. Alright, it looks like that one's got the line. Oh, I think that landed like right behind the pin. I couldn't really tell, but it went down like right in line with the flagstick. 6 feet 2 inches. Another one within 10 feet. Pole draw there. Close that one off a bit. Just a little bit of an overcorrection. After the pole draw, I wanted to make sure that one faded and left it a little bit too open. All right, another ball within 10 feet though, 7 feet 4 inches. Right starting line. I don't think it has enough fade though. And it bounced left. A little unlucky there. 3 feet 6 inches. All right, well, again, 4 of the 5 shots within 10 feet, which is really good, but not quite any close ones there. Nice swing, thank you. Yeah, I'm trying. I definitely do scoop it a little bit still. That has been my off-season work on trying to clear my hips and hit a little bit more down on it. But there's a part of it that is on purpose here, trying to get the fade to release. Because over these last couple days, I was hitting like a higher, more spinny shot, and it was like it would just drop right by the hole and have no release. So it was like you almost had to be perfect to get the hole in one. So now I'm trying to give myself a little bit more room for error. All right, here we go. Oh, very chunky on that one. Definitely got some forgiveness from the mat. That's one of the I'd say that's one of the only problems with indoor practice, in my opinion, is that the chunks on the mat can be very forgiving. But as long as you can feel it out and you know when you're doing it, I think indoor practice is one of the most valuable ways of practicing. Too much fade, little too far right on the start line as well. 17 feet. All right, a little bit closed on the club face there. Turned it over for the pole draw, but still stayed on the green, 16 feet, 7 inches. Let's get back to that rhythm, though, of getting these shots within 10 feet. Big pull there. Wow, I thought that one was going to fade, but it stayed straight on me. Looks like it didn't have the distance anyway, though, so not too upset about it. 7 feet, 1 inch. All right, good recovery from a little bit of a sloppy round there. Let's keep it going, though. very far off the heel there. I'm surprised that one didn't leak further right. "17 feet. All right. Right idea, just not quite far enough left on the start line. "10 feet 3 inches. Oh my. Oh, huge double cross. Just lost the feel of the face at the top of the swing and clearly lost it by a lot. Alright, water ball number 4 on the day though, and I'm definitely past 50 shots in, so not too upset. Also, I think I've had more shots inside of 5 feet by a lot compared to water balls, so as long as that stays true, it's going to be a good day of attempts. All right. Getting a little bit stuck on these with too much fade and too far of a right starting line. So let's straighten this out a bit and get that rhythm going again. Wow. Alright, a little bit sloppy round here. It's crazy how fast that rhythm can change though. Like, I think 2 rounds ago I had 4 of the 5 within 10 feet, with the closest one being 3 feet or so, and now my closest one isn't even inside of 10 feet within a matter of 10 shots. All right. Swing still feels good though, so definitely shouldn't be too tough to turn it around. Let's try to do it on this round. Alright, still not great, but a little bit better. Trending in the right direction. 14 feet 6 inches. That one felt like my old take back where I just fall a little bit under the plane. Gotta keep thinking about that. Sometimes when I swing so many times in a row, I just swing thoughts go out the window and it just gets into a rhythm of hitting it, which is a problem. Gotta stay focused. Right line on that one, but I think it's too chunky to get there. A little bit chunky, 20 feet. Alright, that one's on a good line. Oh, looked like it was actually kind of close to dunking, but 6 feet 4 inches, pretty much passed all the way. The line seemed good. Oh, water ball. All right. All right, not the best round again. Still haven't made it? Yeah, I still have not made it. Yeah, so this is not my home simulator. This is just a public facility that like I pay membership for in the winter when my like outdoor ranges are closed. But it uses the TrackMan, and I think it's one of the newer models, which means the TrackMan alone is probably, I would guess, like $15,000. And then I don't know how much all the rest of the setup costs, but it's pretty expensive. So very lucky to be playing on it and using it in the winter. So I'm glad that I have this option. Right idea. Wow. Rolled maybe 2 inches to the left of it. 2 feet 10. Very close on that one. Left it a little open there. Uh-huh, 18 feet. Yeah, you can tell by how high quality it is just by looking at the screen. Yeah, the TrackMan projection is crazy impressive compared to like every other simulator type I've played on. It is really cool. And the like different level of stats that it has compared to the other ones is also insane. Like, I've got an image of like where my ball is striking the club face, which I don't think I've seen on any other simulator. Alright, getting a little bit stuck on these last couple. Got away with that one, but still not a pretty swing there. Wow, very chunky there. There's the forgiveness of playing on a mat in the off season. But as long as you recognize that had no chance of getting there, I think it's all right. And I definitely know what I have to do different. Oh. Alright, couple bad ones in a row. My swing speed is slowing down a little bit now that I'm about an hour into the challenge, I believe. But still got good attempts left, as there was a really close call from that set of 5. All right. The golf guy, welcome back. Here we go. Right idea, a little bit too much fade though. .10 9". Definitely have had some solid attempts today though. Closest is, I believe, 2 feet 2 inches today. But probably have had, I would say, 5 or 6 shots within 3 feet now, and at least 15 within 5 feet. So definitely all over it. Well, that was a very bad swing. All right, here we go. Another double cross. All right, reset here. Get back to some fades after 2 draws in a row. Okay, 3 bad shots in a row. And that one's in the water. I believe water ball number 6. Here we go, reset. Get back to some good attempts. A little bit open. Alright, not the best set of 5, but I really do still feel good about getting it done today. This is the most close attempts I've had in one day, and I'm finally getting balls to roll by the pin instead of trying to drop it in on the fly. Capsero, how's it going? Thanks for joining the stream here. All right, let's get that rhythm back inside of 5 feet. That's just trying to get on the right start line by closing the face instead of swinging more out to in. I'm going to try to also just align myself a little more left on the screen so that I don't have to swing too far out to in, because then I'm going to start losing distance. Alright, there we go. Now let's see if that has the right distance. Okay, a little bit short. Back on line though. 5 feet 5 inches. Almost back within that 5 foot range. Oh my. Wide open face. Somehow stayed out of the water, but I definitely wouldn't want to have that shot in real life from the rocks. So glad this is only the simulator. Kind of slid right under it. I feel like it's not going to get there. Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't start more right. It felt a little bit like that push fade, but still definitely didn't get rewarded by it. 16 feet. It's not very close. Wow. All right, reset here. Couple bad attempts in a row. Losing the feel of the club face a little bit at the top of my swing. What irons are you rocking? These are the Titleist T200 irons. I got them probably about 3 years ago now, and I love how they feel on the face. Definitely looking into something a little bit more close to a blade in the future, but for now these are perfect. All right. Wow. It is miss-hit after miss-hit right now. Let's get out of this rhythm and back into a good one. Earlier in the challenge, I think I hit like 12 of 15 in a row within 10 feet. And now I'm just battling to get 1 out of 5 within 10 feet. A little bit of a change of pace here. Oh man, I'm like, it's just overcorrections right now. I'm kind of stuck in that spot where I'm looking at single results. One might be a push fade, and I'm going for immediate corrections, and then I end up with a pull draw on the other side. So just got to get back to a consistent swing and not really overanalyze the miss hits. Alright, well, better distance, but it did feel back to that inside takeaway a little bit. Gotta keep, that's my current swing thought, getting that club face outside the hands on the backswing. So, gotta keep telling myself that, even in these longer challenges, where I'm hitting a lot of balls in a row. Alright, well, not quite a better result, but definitely a better swing, so can't complain too much about that, and a better swing will eventually lead to closer shots. So just gotta stick to it. That one needs a little more fade than it's going to do, I think. A little more fade and a little more distance, and that one would have been good. But 7 feet 7 inches. Got a little bit of a good rhythm going at the end there. Let's see if we can keep working with that. About how I've only heard good things about how the new Titleist irons feel. Got the Tacoma 301 MBCB combo set recently, and they're butter. I've heard so many good things about the Tacoma irons, and yeah, they're very on a budget. I'm blown away. Yeah, it is. Those are really good irons from what I've heard. So that's awesome. Drop down an iron, aim a little left there. I wish, so the thing is I'm doing a hole-in-one challenge, and I'm currently at 4 hole-in-ones. I got all my wedges done, so 56 degree, 52 degree, 48 degree, and pitching wedge. And now I'm on to the 9-iron. So I'm kind of stuck using the 9-iron, but this does fit in my range. It's 147 yards. My 9-iron is 155, but that's with my normal ball flight, which is a draw. So playing the fade has been pretty close to the number. We'll see if we can get it there, though. A little bit fatigued now, which is why some are ending up short. But with my usual swing speed on the fade, it works out. Just wide open on that one. Wide open, back to that short right one. All right, got to get back to starting them left of the pin. That's step 1. And then step 2 would obviously be getting it there, but let's get step 1 first. Left of the pin, and then fade it back in. Okay, so I can get it left of the pin by double crossing it and hitting a nice chunky pull draw. Now let's do it the correct way, hopefully. Alright, much better swing. Still coming up a little short with just some fatigue. I got my stats on the side here, and my club speed is about 3 miles per hour low of where it started the challenge. But still got a little bit of time in my simulator bay, and I think I've still got more good attempts in me. So let's just bump it up a little bit. Alright, good starting line, good distance. Didn't get the fade there, but that's alright. I like that miss a lot more than the short right miss. That one's on a good line, but I didn't catch all of it. I think it's going to be short. Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's get back to some pin high shots. That seems to be the new problem. 13 feet 7 inches on that set of 5. All right, here we go. Fairway Finder, how's it going? Thanks for joining. just rode up the face. Swing speed was better, but still a little bit short with almost 500 RPM more backspin from that. 16 feet. All right. Same thing, a lot of backspin right now, just cutting across it a little bit more than I want to. And then got to bump up that club speed a bit. Here we go. Not enough fade on that one. Much better distance. The slope tried to help it, but couldn't help it enough. 2 feet 9 inches. A little too far right on that start line. All right, 9 feet 11 inches. Last shot of this set of 5. Let's get one more good one. Well, nothing like one-handing one to about like 10 feet. It felt very heely, but definitely not a reason to one-hand one that goes to 9 feet 5 inches. All right, getting the rhythm back a little bit here. That was much better than the last 2 rounds. Last man standing, welcome back. Thanks for joining tonight. Here we go. Still stuck on the 9-iron. Day 11. So definitely want to get this one done soon, but I've had much better attempts today. Took off a bit of backspin to try to get it to roll past instead of having to literally drop it in. And it's definitely helped. A lot of attempts right around 2 to 3 feet. I've been running into a little fatigue here, but still got time for some good attempts. No fade on that one. No fade and a little bit long. Let's see. How you swinging? Pretty good. So screen says 8-iron. Yeah, that's like what the TrackMan thinks I should be hitting. I do have my 9-iron though, but unfortunately when I change it, it just autos back to 8-iron once I start every round. So I've gotten a little bit lazy in not changing it. But yeah, swing's feeling a lot better. I was falling inside my hands in the past couple days, and now I'm getting back outside to get a more consistent fade. So just got to work with that. Just cut across that one too much. Very high on the backspin. Gonna come up short right. Also, where I live in Wisconsin, today was 60 degrees out. So I think finally all the snow's melted. Still waiting on my home course to open up, and I think the weather drops back into the 30s literally next weekend. So still got some time, but hoping by the end of March I can get back to the outdoor course. That's the right one, and it just faded a little too much. But again, that one kind of rolls past. A little bit more release on that than the previous attempts. 9 feet 3 inches. Man, same thing. I'm cutting across these a little too much now. Loving the short right miss. Here we go. Still swinging it well. Just gotta not cut so far across this thing. And then I end up with that. The straight ball that starts on the right line. That's where I need the cut. 15 feet there. And 9 feet 3 inches is the best from that set of 5. Not great. Let's get back inside of 5 feet. All right, here we go. Man, a little bit of a sloppy swing there. It ended up kind of close, but not what I was going for on the swing mechanic side of things. 9 foot 3 inches. Wow. I almost saw my face open up on contact there. I don't know if the club slipped a bit or if I just lost it at the top of my swing and left it open. But that one was bad. Water ball number 7, I believe. But I'm up to at least 100 shots now. And I feel like as long as the percentage of water balls stays under 10, I'm not too upset. Alright, that's a good swing. If it gets there. Might be short. I mean, I don't know how that curls left. I've looked at the screen before, and I swear it all goes to the right. But 0 feet 9 inches. Just couldn't get away with it. Unlucky. Let's keep it going though. With the fade spin as well, just couldn't get that one to go a little more right. That one's gonna be short. Didn't catch all of it. Oh, got a good first bounce actually to get it to pin high, but line was a bit too far off. 9 feet 8 inches. way off the toe on that one. A little bit of a miss hit. Well, somehow that one didn't want to drop. Challenge continues with the 9-iron. Still can't move on to the 8-iron. Where's your aim point? Yeah, so I'd say the goal is the simulator autos to aiming at the pin, but my start line would be right at the left edge of that rock if you can see it. And usually the correct, because I've got the club path and face the path up on the side here, usually the correct stats for that would be like -1 to -1.5 on the club path, and then the face to path would be like 0.5 degrees open, and that -1 to -1.5 is out to in degrees. All right, here we go. Really close attempt on that last set. Let's try to do that again. That one felt more under on the take back. And the stats on that one were 0.5 in to out, which makes sense for how that take back felt. And then 0 actually on face the path, so pretty much perfectly square. 7 feet 9 inches though. That was the right idea, but I just caught it low and off the heel. But the numbers were correct on that one. Just got to actually find the center of the face and not near the hosel. That one's going to need some release. I think it's short. Good line, though. See, I know that one didn't get there, but that one, is turning right the whole way. And somehow that one that got there was turning right, and then all of a sudden it bends left at the very end. This hole just might not be it. 2 feet 10 inches. Here we go. A little bit too open there. Backspin also shot up huge, so yeah, that one's going to be short. Surprisingly less open, but that one actually got just as far right, so I don't really know what happened there. 20 feet. All right, 2 feet 10 inches from that set. What ball are you using? I'm currently on the Titleist Pro V1X. Is this PGA West Alcatraz? It is. Yep. PGA West Stadium course, and then yeah, I think that's the hole. It's either hole 16 or 17, but yeah. Wow, still on this hole. Yep, still battling on this one, unfortunately. It's not easy right now. 17? Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, the 9-iron has given me some trouble. I haven't played every day, so it's still only day 11, and my pitching wedge took me 17 days, so there's still room for improvement on time to get the hole in one, but we'll see. 9-iron's been difficult. It's also difficult when you nearly shank it into the water, off the rock into the water. Water ball number 8, I want to say, still well less than 10% of shots in the water, which is good. Definitely a lot more inside of 5 feet than in the water, but never fun to see one go in the water. Oh, wow. That was a very lazy swing. Very toey. Kind of got away with it, but not really. 14 feet 11 inches. All right, let's get back to the rhythm. Focus in a little bit here. All right, better swing. Just too far open. Right idea, no fade though. "13 feet 8 inches. Again, right idea, but just not enough fade. It tried to use the slope, but not enough. 2 feet 8 inches. All right. All good, man. It'll drop eventually. Yeah, hopefully. I'm not sure. Actually, no, sorry. It is not. For some reason, I bet there's a way to get it on certain simulators, but this simulator doesn't have it. The only Arizona course it has is, I believe it's Silverleaf Golf Club. Not sure where in Arizona, but I know it's in Arizona. All right. Might have dropped with a little more oomph. Yeah, close. All right, here we go. Oh my, wide open. Oh, of course off the water. The percentage of water balls is rapidly increasing the more I get fatigued here. I think I had about 3 through like 70 to 75 shots, and now I'm up to either 8 or 9 through probably like maybe a little under 150. So let's not do that again. Yeah, even that one, like, it was better shot. It's going to be closer, but I'm just losing the face at the top of the swing right now. Losing, like, where that whole club is at. But just got to regain that feel, and then we should be back to some close shots. All right, here we go. All right, well, better shot. Just close the face on it so it turned over for a draw instead of the fade. But distance was good, 18 feet. Same starting line, now just a fade. All right, that one should have a chance. Just a hair too far left. 4 feet 8 inches though. Again though, I feel like if that one's on line, it will go in because it is at least rolling when it's going by the hole, which is something that I haven't seen in these past few days. So I just need to keep getting it to roll when it goes by the hole and then just get super lucky with one of the lines. But not a bad shot there. I think that was a hair chunky, so it might not get there. Yeah. A little bit short. Hair chunky, and then about 500 RPMs more backspin than the usual. Yo, bro, I'm 7 months into golf. I still suck out with my driver. Do you have any tips? That's a good question. What does your driver currently look like? Are we working with a more of a fade or more of a draw right now? And what other sports have you played in the past? Like what sport are we coming from here? What's the closest today? Currently, the closest is 9 inches. 0 feet 9 inches. It was rolling by the pin. It looked like it was going to go in, and then turned left on me. So, pretty good attempts, but not quite the one. Again, just lost the face at the top of the swing there. Short right. It's been a common spot today. Oh my. Okay, believe it or not, that was not a shank. That was way off the toe. Actually, it wasn't even that bad of contact. But I think, again, the club slipped in my hand because the face to path was 8 degrees open, which is kind of ridiculous. That is a lot. All right, here we go. Oh my. Yeah, that's a classic overcorrection from seeing one sail right like that. Just close it off. All right, let's see. Okay, well, Golf JM, if you're still here, I would say not knowing too much about your game. The number one tip for driver for like people who are starting golf, I would say, is when you get to the top of your backswing, letting those hands drop and letting that club drop a bit and starting with your hips. Because I know a lot of people get to the top and want to go really fast and they end up just throwing their hands out this way to the right, which then can cause these big fades where you just have to cut across the ball and you end up just throwing your hands at it. So really make sure to nail that pause at the top of the swing, let those hands drop a little bit with gravity, and then just rotate your hips and let that body come through with it would be my best tip. But I don't know if you should be taking tips from me right now after those last two shots. Those were absolutely horrible. So hopefully we can get a better one than that. All right, still a bit of an overcorrection from that shot, that 2 shots ago now. Let's get back to some normal swings here. Oh my. I don't know what it is, if fatigue's setting in or the swing's just getting sloppy, but man, that was a bad set of 5. Let's see. Currently an hour and a half into today, so definitely around the time where the body starts getting tired, but I've got about 10 more minutes in my bay. Let's lock in and take advantage of these last 10 to 15 shots. Also rehydrate a bit. All right. Here we go. All right, full focus for this last 10-minute stretch. I've had some really good attempts today. A little bit unlucky on one, but time to get this 9-iron done. Okay, right idea. Too far off the heel though. "19 feet 3 inches. Oh, how did that keep fading? That one looked really good. Probably would have been a little bit short on the correct line, but 9 feet 10 inches. All right, a little bit low on the club speed right now. Got to get that back up. Now 4 miles per hour off of where I started today. So lock in for these last 10 minutes. Here we go. Right idea, a little bit too far right. "20 feet. Right line, but it needs a little bit to get there. Yeah, just a very slow swing speed. And off the toe a little bit. 9 feet 8 inches. All right. 10:24 my time, which means unfortunately last 5 attempts. So far, either my best day or second best day of attempts. So that's a positive going into tomorrow if I don't make it here. But let's just make it on one of these last 5. End it strong. Looks like it's going to be right distance, wrong line. Nope, wrong distance. Wrong distance, wrong line. Couldn't get either right. 12 feet 6 inches. Okay, much better, but no fade. Back to the right distance, though. That's step 1. Overfaded again. 2 more attempts. No fade. All right, last one of the day. That was a bad take back. Here we go. Couldn't do it. Too far left or too far right on the starting line and a little too much fade. All right, well, 9 inches was the closest today. I'm out of time in my simulator bay, so I will be back at it for day 12 with the 9-iron tomorrow. Yeah, that is a good tip. Learn how to hit and control short irons. Definitely. But yeah, 9 inches was the best. Back at it tomorrow with day 12 of the 9-iron. Should be starting around the same time if you want to join back, but thank you everyone for watching and stopping in to check out the stream. And definitely a lot of good shots today. So going into tomorrow with a good attitude, hopefully can get this 9-iron done. It's been trouble. But yeah, thank you for watching and I'll see you tomorrow.